Shalom, this is your arc. Yah is magnified. Coming back with another informative video. I titled this video, Driver License Reinstated 2020 Testimony. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, guys, before I move any further, I'd like to give all glory and honor to the Most High Yah, because without the Most High, none of this would be possible, okay? So again, all glory and honor to the Most High Yah for his wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, okay? Also, after this testimony, I'm going to have another testimony coming up in a few days once we receive the court order, okay? Because we finally got that habeas corpus done, all right, out in Texas, okay? Man, I hope this brother out in Texas, he's going to come on here as well to explain the situation, him and his wife, and what we had to go through to get that habeas corpus successful. Got him out of jail without paying a dime, guys, out in Texas. That's going to be a powerful testimony as well. So please better look out for that, a few days after this testimony or whenever we receive that order from the court, okay? That's all we're waiting for is the order of the court. My Aki's now home, okay? He came home this morning excited, man. I talked to him on the phone and everything. Him and his wife is excited. So it's gonna be a powerful testimony, brothers, when that document come in the mail or when the paperwork come. All right. So let's pick up this document on the screen and let's get to this testimony of my uncle who received his license back this year. Okay. So like I said, we picking up from last year, we bringing everything over to this year and much more. Like I said, I'm gonna be the first person on YouTube to show you guys that you can get out of jail with a habeas corpus from child support and not pay a dime. Okay, 2020 is going to be the year to show and prove, really. Okay, separating the men from the boys out here, man. All right, Yah's magnified is the truth. Why? Because his creator is the truth, and it's just that simple, man. It's just that simple. So let's read over this document. It states the state of Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, Division of Motorist Services, right? So we all can see. This was an order of suspension sent to my ARC on January the 8th, 2020. We're going to call my ARC Mr. Ville. Okay, I crossed his address out and the majority of his name. As you all can see, I crossed the driver license number or the control number out, and I crossed out the case number. So you all can see what's going on. But now, let's read what it states. It states the department will suspend your driving privilege and vehicle registration on January 28th, 2020 because of the following. So again, remember that date. They're going to suspend his driver's license on January the 28th, 2020, which was the end of last month, guys. So let's pick it up. For the following reasons, right? Which means what? Fail to pay or comply with an order for child support, alimony, or genetic testing. So for those three reasons, they believe that they have a right to suspend my ARC driving privileges. Okay? And then it states beneath that, to avoid the suspension, follow these instructions. So this is the main reason why I tell you guys to do what? Open the mail. Why? Because if you open the mail, you have enough time to respond back to it. If you send the mail back, then you are denying what? Your duty to speak. Okay, you have a right to speak and you have a duty to speak. If you send the mail back, you're denying your duty to speak. Okay? Silence is what? Tacit acquiescence. So if you fail to speak when you have a duty to do so, you are now in agreement. So for all these guys making videos talking about right on the back of the envelope saying mail fraud and a bunch of other nonsense and sending it back, you're not doing that but making it worse for yourself. And stop running from these people, man. You got people telling you guys to put it in the envelope. Take that envelope, put it in a bigger envelope, and send it back, return certified mail, return receipt. And then when you get the green card back, that's evidence that you sent it back. Not only is that evidence that you sent it back, but that's also evidence that you received it in order to send it back. So once you received it and you decide to send it back, then that's on you. You waive your duty to speak, and they're going to move forward against you. Okay, so stop sending the mail back, man, and stop listening to these nut jobs telling y'all to send the mail back. Okay, the people that's telling y'all to send the mail back, 9 times out of 10, what? Never won child support, never won a case, never beat their own case, and they still on child support right now. Just because you change your identity doesn't mean you beat child support. Okay, you got people running around with a whole different alias out here, claiming that they can help you. But we ain't seen no result from their own child support situation or it results in anyone else's child support situation, man. Stop falling for these gimmicks out here, man. When I come up here, I put evidence up here, paperwork, proof, truth, and everything like I've been doing. No other channel on YouTube is doing this. Not none. If it is, show me one. And it's just that simple, man. Everybody else say they can, but when it's time to do it, they don't show and prove. So again, if you receive something in the mail, open it up and respond back to it. Don't send it back, because you send it back, you waive your duty to speak, and you will be held accountable for everything that's written on that document, because you agreed to it. Remember, it's so simple. When you get pulled over, the first thing the police says is what? You have a right to remain silent, right? Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. Okay? They're giving you two things. The right to remain silent. The right to remain silent to what? Shut up and agree. Okay? Or you can try to do what? Speak and go into argument mode and become a dishonor. They give you two of the wrong ways. That's why they pull you over and give you those two options. They don't give you the right options when you get pulled over. They give you the wrong two options when you get pulled over. Okay? And then they say what? You have a right to an attorney. If you have an attorney, then if you can't afford one, then one will be appointed for you. Why? Because that attorney begins to do what for you? Speak for you and turn you over to the jurisdiction of the court. It's just that simple. But I digress, guys. Let me get back to this document, okay? When dealing with this license. But as you all can see, to avoid the suspension, you have to follow these instructions, right? Let's go down to the last paragraph. The last paragraph is simple, guys. It states, if you believe that you have a legal basis to show cause why this action is unjustified, you may request a hearing at any administrative review office to submit evidence that your license should not be revoked, suspended, or canceled. Okay? This is telling you exactly what to do. Okay? You don't have to simply ask for administrative review or anything. Just simply respond back. Okay? With what? Reasons why they don't have the right to suspend the license. It's just that simple. Okay? But let's continue what it says. It says you may present your evidence to a hearing officer. You may not argue that a court conviction is invalid. A request for a hearing does not stop the 30 days you have to file a petition for circuit court review under section 322.31 Florida statute, okay? So they're clearly telling you exactly what to do and what you can't argue and what you can argue, okay? So if you have a court conviction, they're saying that you can't argue that, but you're not going to argue a court conviction dealing with a driving license. It's just that simple, man. Stick to the facts of what's going on and understand what's going on, okay? I'm here to show and prove that these things can be done. So as you all can see, they sent him this letter again on January 8th, 2020. On January 28th, 2020, it was supposed to be suspended. So let's go to the response and see the date that they sent him in response. Again, as you can see, State of Florida, Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, Division of Motorist Services. This letter is now dated January 30th, 2020, 2 days after they supposed to have what? Suspended the license. Let's read it. Mr. Ville again, my ARC, and we crossed out his address again, and it states, your driving privilege is not under revocation or suspension in the state of Florida. Please present this letter as your authority to apply for a license within 30 days from the above date. If you have any questions, contact the customer service center with the customer service number. Okay? So again, it's just that simple, man. Open the mail, respond back. Open the mail, respond back. Have patience. Okay? Go through it. You must be willing to fight this fight in order to get the results that you want. Sending the mail back will not help you guys for the 1 millionth time, okay? Also, now that we went over the documents, let's go to my ARC testimony and let's hear him out. So with that being said, let's go. Okay, as promised, I got my ARC on the phone. Are you ready, ARC?
I'm ready.
All right, brother, the floor is yours.
Definitely, man. So, just a quick summary of what happened. They sent me, the letter basically saying, hey, they about to suspend the license. And man, immediately, I hit up my ARC, guys magnified, and he sent me some paperwork. And man, I mean, immediately, man. But you have to respond back. You know, these people expect you not to respond back. They don't think you're gonna actually respond back, and that's what they're kind of feeding off of. So you have to respond back, and they always let you know in the paperwork, like, hey, if you feel like there's a dispute about the situation, respond back in this amount of days. But the key is to respond back and never give up, man. And we responded back, and immediately, about 3 days after we responded back, they sent me a letter saying, man, your license is not suspended and nothing's going on. You good. I'm like, damn. I'm like, what? Oh, snap.
I know. So, you were surprised, huh, man?
Oh, yeah, of course, man, of course. But that gave me more fuel and fire to know that this is really what's going on. And, you know, you got to be able to fight and respond back, man. You got to fight these people. And another situation is, you know, even when I went to court, after I sent in all the paperwork through y'all is magnified, I went to court and they was like, oh, it's canceled today. It's canceled today. And I'm like, what you mean? They're like, hey, it's canceled. We got to do this another day. So, you know, that's more proof in the pudding to show that, you know, this stuff is real, man. And, man, you have this guy's spectacular, you know, God, man. I couldn't ask for anybody better, man. And shouts out to y'all is magnified and the Most High, you know, working through him for all this progression and, you know, testimony, man, because this is amazing, man. You know, when I saw that letter, I was just shocked and amazed, man. And even when I went to the court, you know, it showed me that there is progression and this is really what it is, you know. So I just want to give thanks to the Most High, and I want to say thank you, guys, man, for all your progression and support, man. You've always been here since the beginning. I mean, you are me. You the truth, man. So, you know, and I respect that 100%. So, just for all y'all out there, just make sure you keep fighting. Never give up, man. Never give up. Just keep fighting and make sure you respond, man. That's key. That's one of the key things to the whole situation. Make sure you respond. Even if they try to ignore you, just make sure you respond, man, and keep fighting, man. You will get remedy.
Oh, thanks, Og. I really appreciate that. But not only that, only how they can respond, they must do what first? Open the mail, right?
Exactly. You have to open the mail.
Right. If they don't open the mail, there's no way they will know what's being said. But also, did you make any payments to get this back?
No, not at all. Not one. Not one, man.
Didn't pay him a dime, right?
Not a dime.
All right, that's all I wanted to prove. So you want to say anything before you go?
I want to say for everybody out there with hope and faith, and man, I'm telling you, this stuff is real. Yah's magnifies the truth. If you need to speak to anybody, Yah's magnified is the man to go to. He is certified, man. I mean, you can't lose on that, man. You got somebody that's 100% real, 100% truthful, and there's proof in the pudding right there, man. You know, you see it right there. So that's all I gotta say.
All right, thanks, Ak. All right, so y'all heard it from him. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at y'allismagnified@gmail.com. With that being said, I say shalom, my brother.
Shalom.
All right, you have a good day. All right, peace.